Hello everyone. Welcome to a new class. Today, before we get started, I want to first welcome to the class, and I really hope that everyone's enjoys the class and also learned something new. First, I'm gonna provide to you today's agenda. And for the first step, what we are going to do is we are gonna do a warm up. Then I'm gonna share to you the objectives. And then we are gonna start with the activities that would be pre-listening activity, while listening activity, and post-listening activity. And lastly, we have the wrap up. Okay, so let's start. If in order to start the class, I wanted to you first see the picture I have posted um, on the right. As you can see, that says descriptive words for family. This is just some vocabulary words that you can use to describe somebody. And here at the left, as you can see, are some questions like how many members are there in your family? How would you describe your family members in each word, in one word each? Which family member do you think has the most interesting personality and why? If your family members were animals, based on their personalities, what animals would they be? Okay, so in this specific section, what we are gonna do is I'm gonna be asking you one of the questions that you can see there, and you can answer the best as you can, okay? You don't have to be specific, just make sure to use the vocabulary I'm providing to you or vocabulary that you already know. And let's start. Okay, who wants to be my volunteer?
Me?
Oh, okay, perfect, Diana. Thank you. So, first question, how family members are there in your family?
Right now, I just live with my parents, but 1 year ago, I used to live with my brother too. We are just a family of four.
Okay, that's really good. And which family member do you think has the most interesting personality?
Mm, I think that that's my dad because he is very talkative and he is very funny too.
Oh, that's really great. And if your members were animals based on their personalities, what animals would they be?
Mm, I think that maybe my dad would be a parrot and my brother would be a dog, specifically a golden retriever dog. And my mom, I think that she will be a cat.
Okay, that was really cool and interesting. And how would you describe your family members in one word each?
Well, my brother is really intelligent. My mom is really warm, and my dad is really funny.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Thank you for your participation, Diana. Good job. And okay, now, what about you, Reina? How many members are there in your family?
Well, in my family, we are four, and my husband and my two child. But um, at the same time, my mother, my father, right?
Okay.
So we are a united family.
Oh, perfect. That's really great. And how would you describe your family members in one word each?
And I would like to describe that my family is helpful and energetic.
Right. Okay, interesting family. And which family member do you think has the most interesting personality and why?
Um, I think that my mom, because she's very friendly and also she's very caring. She always is caring us.
Okay, that's really good. Thank you. And if your family members were animals based on their personalities, what animals would they be?
Um, Maybe my daughter can be a parrot, and my son can be I don't know, a lion, and my husband can be tiger.
Okay, perfect. Okay, Reina and Diana, thank you very much for your participation. Okay, now to move on. Today's topic is about describing family members' personality. Um, this presentation has been created by Diana Vides, Reina Torres, and Wendy Sermeño. Here I'm gonna provide to you some objectives of the lessons, and who would like to help me reading the first objective?
Well, by the end of the class, students will be able to identify and match personality objectives with their correct meanings with 90% accuracy by completing matching games.
Perfect, thank you. And could you help me with the second objective, please, Tiana?
Of course. By the end of this lesson, students will be able to associate and identify descriptions of family members to the correct person from an audio recording with 90% accuracy by completing a matching game and participating in a class discussion.
Okay, thank you. And the third objective we have is that by the end of the lessons, students will be able to construct 9 sentences describing family members using superlative structures from a previous listening activity with 90% accuracy by responding to 9 prompts in writing. Okay, as you can see, our main goal is to focus on listening and also to be able to use superlative structures as also know how to describe your family members. Okay, and now here we have the first activity. For the first activity, what we are going to do is we are gonna go to our worksheet to do the activity, and I'm gonna explain to you first the activity before you go. Okay, so here's the example. What we need to do is we just need to match the personality adjectives to the correct meaning. So here's the example. Frankly, as we can see, frankly, it's the the meaning it would be that is someone that think about others and help them. That is what friendly means. Okay, so in this activity, that is what you need to do, and also as you will be able to see that each word have the correct pronunciation of the adjective. Okay, so as soon as you choose and select the correct option, you will be able to also hear um, the correct pronunciation. And I'm gonna share to you the link right now. And please bear with me. I'm gonna share the link to you right now, and please let me know if you are able to see it and if you are able to access to it. There is. Okay. Also, I would like to let you know that for this activity we are gonna have 4 minutes, so you can take your time. And please let me know when you are done. You can just write down done on the chat, okay? Thank you. Okay, guys. Are we done?
Yes, Leek, on my part.
Okay, thank you. What about you, Reina? Were you able to complete the task? Oh, you are in mute.
Yes, I completed.
Ah, okay, perfect. Okay, thank you. So now let's just complete it. Let's just complete the activity. So let's start with the word cheerful. Which would be the meaning of cheerful?
Mm, always happy and smiling.
Okay, always happy and smile. Yes, thank you. And what about talkative?
Is loves to talk a lot.
Yes, thank you. And what about the word selfish?
Um, Only thinks about themselves.
Thank you. Yes. And what about impatient?
This can't wait for things.
Thank you. Yes, impatient. And what about the word clumsy?
Um, Often drops things or falls.
Thank you. Often drop ins and fall. Right. And what about the word brave?
I don't know this word. You can answer, Diana.
Brave, not afraid to face danger.
Right, right. Like the tiger, right? Not afraid of anything. And what about the word friendly?
Is kind and nice to others.
Right. Kind and nice to others. And what about moody?
Moody. Um, Changes emotions quickly.
Right. Thank you. And let's do the last two ones. Creative. What is creative?
Is full of new and interesting ideas.
Right. Okay, perfect. And the last one, of course, will be caring things about others and help them, right? Perfect. Thank you very much. Now let's see our answers, and yes, all of them are correct. So perfect. See, you did a really great job. Thank you so much for your participation, girls, and that would be the end of this specific activity from the listening. And now here's my colleague, that would be Reina, who's going to be the next.
In this part, we will work in a while listening. So we are going to listen to a recording about Adriana's family. So pay close attention because we will do an activity based on what you hear. So you have to pay attention the audio. So I'm sharing a link in the chat and click on it and listen carefully to the recording, please. While you listen, take notes about each family member and what are they like or what are their characteristics. So please pay attention to how their personalities are described.
Adrian, we're talking about your family. Can you describe the people in your family? Like, what's your mother like, your father like, and your sister?
Okay. Um, well, let me start with my mother. I'm hoping she doesn't listen to this, though, maybe. Um, my mother is a very interesting person. She has a great sense of humor, and she's a very kind woman, very generous woman. She's also not afraid to say what she's thinking, which is a quality I admire about her very much.
Hmm. What about your father? How would you describe your dad?
My dad is probably the nicest man you'll ever meet. He's very kind, very generous, very warm heart, and he's really just a good guy, and I love him very much.
And actually, I met your father, and he's a very big guy.
He, he is, which means he has a very big heart.
Right.
He is.
Yeah.
My dad's very tall and takes up a lot of space. It's true.
Yeah. Gentle giant, right?
Something like that. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, now you have a sister. Is she younger or older?
Younger sister.
Oh, younger sister. So, how would you describe her personality?
My sister is actually quite similar to my dad in that she just has a very good heart and she's very generous and very open, very friendly and giving personality, and she is probably the only person on the planet who can make me laugh at any moment.
Oh, that's nice.
She cracks me up, so she's got a great sense of humor. But part of that probably just comes from being sisters too.
Now, you said that your sister is very similar to your father.
Hmm.
So you are very similar to your mother?
Um, Coincidentally, yes, actually, my mother and I have a lot in common in terms of our personality, which means that we get along very well, and then sometimes we don't, because we remind each other of each other, perhaps.
So, like, what traits do you have in common?
Um, I would say that we both very often say what we're thinking, which not everybody likes all of the time, and
No, I think being outspoken is good.
can be, yes, can be, which is why I think it's a good quality, but sometimes can lead to more conflict than you're
Right,
prepared for.
right. Well, it sounds like you have a nice balance.
We do.
Okay, how do you feel the audio recording? Did you understand?
Yes, a
Was
girl
difficult?
was. Um, it was a little bit difficult because it's hard to remember all the information she said about her family.
Yes, Adriana is describing her family, right? But is the way that we practice the vocabulary in this class, right? But I will I will share in another link in the chat. This is a matching game where you need to match each description with the correct family. Read carefully and think about what you heard, right? If you remember the conversation. If you have any question, feel free to ask me in the chat, please, right now. Well, did you finish the game?
Yes.
Yes.
We will work together and complete it in this match game. So about the recording audio and which personality has the sister? Do you know?
That she's very similar to her father and friendly with great sense of humor.
Excellent. And about Adriane?
Um, she is very similar to her mother, outspoken and says what she thinks.
Excellent. And about the family?
A loving group of people who care for each other deeply.
Yes, perfect. And about the father,
He's very kind and generous man with a big heart.
and the last one is the mother.
She has a great sense of humor and is generous.
Perfect. It was easy or was difficult for you this game?
Mm, for me, it was kind of difficult because I didn't remember some things about the Adrian's family.
And which characteristics we have here in this description? And you see that sister that says that she is very friendly, right? And the mother is generous, and Adriani is outspoken, right? Is that the vocabulary that we learned in the first right? And family is a loving group, and the another one is that sister uh, is very friendly, right? So, do you have questions about the this game?
No teacher.
Okay, so this is this is all in this part in the while listening, and congratulations for because you did very well. Yeah.
Uh, well, girls, right now we are going to start with the post listening activity, which is a game called Who in Your Family or an activity. So, first, I am going to share with you um, the link that you should use for this activity, which is on padlet.com. And I'm going to share it with you right now in the chat. Can you see the Padlet board? Yes. Okay. So the instructions are that you will see 10 questions asking about superlative traits of your family members, and you are going to answer the questions by opening a sticky note in the same Padlet board and writing short sentences using correct grammar and vocabulary. So you have 8 minutes to answer this activity, and um, are you ready? So you can go now to do that activity. As I said, you have 8 minutes and you can ask me if you have doubts.
Okay. Don't.
Okay, thank you. Here we can see Wendy's work. We are just going to wait for Reina to finish them. I-
No sé por qué no sale ahí la mía.
No, we can already see it. Can you see it now?
Yeah.
Okay, so right now, uh, since time's up, we are going to do another activity after that, and we are going to read some answers together, and um, feel free to ask questions or comment if you find someone with a similar family member, and I will give feedback if needed at the end. So we are going to read some questions, and you girls are going to answer um, what you wrote here. So Wendy, um, who is the most generous family member in your family?
The most generous family member is my mother, definitely.
Why do you think that?
Oh, because she's very kind with people and is always taking care of what people and on what people's feelings.
Awesome. So, Reina, who is the funniest person in your family?
And I think that my brother is the funniest person in my family
Why do you think that?
because he always is kidding and makes us like comfortable, and he is very funny, right?
Okay. And Wendy, um, who has the most creative mind in your family or group of friends?
Yes. My brother. My brother is the most creative person or mind in my that has the most creative mind in my family. The reason why is because he is obviously creative and is very intelligent. He is a fast learner, and that is something that makes him really creative.
Is he older or younger than you?
No, he is older.
Oh, Um, so is he studying at the university or he's just working?
No, he works in as a construction, yeah, in a construction company.
Okay. Thank you, Wendy. And lastly, Reina, who has the biggest heart among your friends?
I have a friend that she is Lupita, and she is so generous with other people, and she makes happy the atmosphere, right?
Okay, thank you very much for participating. I think that you did really well in this activity. So this was everything that I have prepared for you. So thank you very much for your attention.
Well, this is the finally activity, and this is the wrap up. So we are going to play a game to practice the vocabulary that we learned in this class, right? About people's personalities. So I will read a description of someone, and you will have to guess who it is. For example, it can be a mother, a father, a cousin, a brother, a sister, and use the word we have learned in the class to answer. So I will read the description of family member, and then you will tell me who you think it is, and I will start. You have to hear me and pay attention what I say, right? And the first one says, I am very patient and love spending time with my children. What do you think that is the answer?
Maybe a grandma?
The
Mm,
mother?
yes, maybe a mother or a grandma that is similar, right? Because they always take care of the kids, right? And the another is I'm very organized and I like keeping everything in order. What do you think? Who can be?
Maybe the father?
And what do you think?
The mother also?
The mother or the father? Okay, maybe it can be the both because they they like everything to be in order or neat, right? And the another is I'm adventurous and always ready for new challenges. Who can be?
Maybe an older brother?
Yes.
The brother.
What do you think, Wendy?
Yes, I agree that it might be a brother.
Yes, and me too. I think that is a brother because um, sometimes the brother loves trying new things, right? And another is I'm caring and always try to help others when they need it.
Maybe a sister?
Yes, it could be. Why? Why you can think that is a
I think that because usually older sisters are more caring and like to help people, mostly because they cared for their little siblings when they were younger.
yes, it's true. And what do you think about these sentences? About this description, Wendy? Who do you
Mm,
think there is a caring and always try to help others when they need?
I think that it could be. Um, the same person, like me, like that you're describing yourself, the
It's
daughter.
possible. Yes, it's possible. And at the same time, I think that it could be a grandma because she always look after everyone and the another people. And the another is I am creative and enjoy making art and coming up with new ideas. What do you think there is?
Maybe an aunt.
Yes, maybe an aunt because she always making craft and or projects, right? So, do you think that you learned in this class?
Yes, I did.
Yes.
All of us we learn in this class, right? So we have to practice every day this vocabulary. And this was all for today, and we finished this class. And see you in the next class.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Goodbye.